For sure, if there is one guy who's positive in the group, in a blink of an eye, the entire room will. I feel like I don't have any protection. I'm very exposed.
How you doing, boss? I founded O2 Canada about 6 years ago. When we were in Tiananmen Square in Beijing, it was so polluted that I couldn't see the sun in the sky. You know, they're just wearing cloth mask coverings, surgical masks, and I was like, that can't be working. You know, I blew my nose at the end of the day and it was black. And I'm just like, man, people live in this every single day and they're not protected. We said, you know, why don't we just focus on building the best mask ever made? So this is our first product. It's called the O2 Curve. A friend of mine I grew up with, he's in the Special Forces in the Canadian military. We went for a beer and I showed it to him. And he said, oh, you know, we could use something like this where I work. And I said, you know, what do you mean? You guys don't have a good respirator? He's like, no. He's like, honestly, what we kind of do is we buy the big cartridge respirator from Home Depot. And we take one of the cartridges off and we duct tape the side so we can get a cheek weld on our rifle. And I'm like, what? Like, there's got to be a better solution, and there just wasn't.
I did 4 combat tours in Afghanistan. I did tours in the Middle East. Every time we would go into these really hazardous environments, the last thing that we were thinking about protecting was our lungs.
So this is the TR2. So there's a replaceable front cartridge, like that, kind of like a furnace filter. So biodegradable housing. So it's the first biodegradable cartridge respirator in the market. And so that pops into the front shell, like that. There's an exhalation valve at the bottom, so it's very easy to exhale. And so then it just all snaps.
Rich and the team have really engineered quite literally the best fight mask for military combat on the planet.
But you know, we're in a crisis right now. The COVID made a big setback for every professional athlete, especially the one that need to be in close range to practice their sport. It's inevitable. Like, people that is not a setback is they might suffer the consequences. So you have to respect it.
Yeah, I mean, if you got sick, it would set you back a lot further.
Oh yeah, it will send me back a lot further.
There's no socially distanced jiu-jitsu.
No, you can't. You can't respect social distancing and train for combat sport, unfortunately. For sure, at one point, people will go back in the gym and they won't need masks, you know, and for sure they won't. But right now, if I go in the gym where there's a lot of people, not for me, but for my family, I will be like, man, maybe I will catch something. And I would like to have a good mask personally to protect myself. You don't want to hurt people you love. Maybe I could be hurt myself. You never know, you know. We're in very close counter. So for sure, if there is one guy who's positive in the group, in a blink of an eye, the entire room will. So I feel like I don't have any protection. I'm very exposed. You know, it makes me feel very like unprotected, you know, like very vulnerable. If I would have to go train in a room, grappling and practice my sport, and without a good protection, I will feel very, very vulnerable.
All right, well then let's build a mask to get you back to the gym.
That's a good idea.
All right, let's do that. Yeah. So what we would do is kind of meet with the guys, find out what are the key features you think you need, and we sort of build that out, and then we make a prototype. But even just running, can you breathe while you run? Can you breathe while you're just at home training? That's the first thing. If we can get just the training out of the way, then it's like, can you be grappling while you wear this? You know, this is great for its purpose, but it's too far off your face. It's going to get in the way. It's going to get bumped. You know, so we want more of a nice soft harness, really breathable material. Okay. I want it to feel like you're not wearing anything, you know? So pushing the limits of our innovation, we've never built a soft mask. It's always been these hard materials. But I think there's a huge opportunity for the market. And so we're going to go all in on a new project.
Down to try it for sure. I'm excited. I'm a competitive guy, so if I associate with something, I want to win too. You know, yeah. So I'm very, very competitive. But
I come like in my old world, it was a no fail.
Yeah.
We had a no fail mentality. Yeah. And
so do we. We don't go half-assed on anything. We go all in. We work with the best, and we build good products that people like to wear. So we haven't had any bad feedback about this, other than the fact that it looks like a protective cup. Yeah, and we haven't had any bad feedback about this one. Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say. Like, the technology, the way you talk about it, it's fantastic. It's just the look. It look a little bit like a cup, but
Yeah, the 2.0 of this one, we're joking, it has anti-jock technology.